Today I'm going to make some strawberry jam. It's really easy to make, so don't be afraid to do it yourself at home. I'll go through all the ingredients and then we'll get on and make this jam. What we've got one large lemon, which we're going to juice. We've got 1 kilo of strawberries and 1 kilo of jam sugar. The reason we've got jam sugar is because it's already got the added pectin. Pectin is what's going to make the jam set, and normally low fruits with low pectin like strawberries and other ones, you normally add something to it like an apple or something with a high pectin quantity to it, but we're just going to use the sugar because it's easier. What we're doing, I don't know, I have done some, but with these punnets all you need to do is pull out the things that strawberries that big. We're going to cut them in half, but we're going to need to wash these first. These strawberries are a little bit ripe. Ideally for strawberry jam you want strawberries that are harder, so we may come into difficulty when we're getting it to set, but because you get a better set if the strawberries aren't as ripe, but pretty easy to do. You just have I'll show you later on, there's actually a bottle of pectin you can actually buy from Tesco's, so you can just have that to the side and add that later if needed, if it doesn't set properly. But as you can see, stalking strawberries, really simple. We don't need to mess about, we don't need to be perfect. We just pull the stalks out. The other thing is, if you're prepping and you come to something like this, bin it. We don't want that, because that is just going to ruin your jam. Cut the lemon in half, and then we'll stick it on our juicer. Give it a good old squeeze down, because we want as much of this out of it as possible. There or thereabouts. Use a sieve on top of the dish. Get your lemon juice, sieve the bad boy in there. Is what's actually going to be adding some more of the pectin to the jam itself. I know we've already got pectin in the sugar, but this is just like a little safety net really, to make sure that we get everything we need. So yeah, and we're sieving this through a sieve because we don't want the bits from the lemon. We only need the juice from one. So I'll give it a little switch round, and that'll be our lemon juice. So we've washed the strawberries and we're going to cut them into, some of them, the bigger ones, we're going to cut down, because what you don't want is a great big chunk of strawberry on your scone or whatever you're putting it into. You want chunks of strawberry but not massive chunks of strawberry, so we're going to cut them biggest ones in half, and then we're going to add everything to the pot, and we'll go on from there. Here's our strawberries, we've washed them, and now we're just going to cut the big ones up, and then we're going to add them to our pan. So we're just cutting up the biggest ones, really. Ones like that, quite size, that can go in, that can go in. That, we'll cut in half. And I said biggies, big boys like that. Just cut them in half and they can go into the pan. Done is we've set this on and we're going to put it on a low heat so that we don't burn the strawberries. So we need it on, I've put it on Mark 5, so it's a medium heat, and we'll let that slowly start to simmer, and once it starts to lose juice we'll come back to it. Got lots of juice come out of there, lots of ripe fruit. So now we're going to add our sugar. Don't need to mess about. 1 kilo of sugar, and it just goes straight in. So now we've got the sugar in, we're just going to keep stirring it until it's all dissolved, and then once it's all dissolved, we then turn the temperature up. Our jam is now bubbling away, and we're going to let it do that for 6 minutes. Don't stir it, don't mess around with it, just leave it and let it get on with it, and let all the lovely goodness come out of them strawberries, and then we'll move on to the next step. So there's my jam thermometer, and the reading is 100 degrees, so that means that it's ready to set. However, we are going to back it up with the saucer test and or the ripple test, so we'll see. But I do double check it with a jam thermometer, just so you can see. Okay, so our jam's ready or around about. So now we're going to get the plate out of the freezer, and we're going to turn it down a little bit. We're just going to leave it simmering, and then we'll do the ripple test, because we have to chill it for another 2 minutes. So all we do is we get some of the jam, pop it on the plate like that, and then we bob that in the fridge for 2 minutes. Our jam has been in the fridge and it's been on our plate, so now we're going to test it. As you can see, it pushes away and you just start to get that, hopefully you can see, you just start to get a skin, which means it's there or thereabouts. Okay, so you can see the ripples forming in the jam. So that, hopefully, will be all good. What we're going to do now is we've turned our heat off on our jam, and we're going to let that sit for 10 minutes. It wants to be kind of so that you can see that the strawberries ain't all right into the top, because if you try and put it in the jars when it's like that, whoever's first in the strawberry jam's going to get lovely strawberries, and whoever's last just going to get jelly. So the best thing to do is to let it cool for 10 minutes. We'll time it. Quick lesson on how to sterilise jars. Basically, these are the jars we're going to use for our strawberry jam, and all we do, boil the kettle, stick the boiling water in. So let that sit for 5 minutes, and then we're going to put them in the oven to dry them, and then they should be all good. And the lids we're going to put in another pan, and we're just going to boil them away in water until we're ready to use them, and then we're going to dry them off and use them. So there you go, jars go in the oven, and it's set at 200 degrees, and we leave them in there for about 5 minutes. You might get what's called jam scum on the top once it's jam's starting to cool. Easiest thing to do with that is just skim it off, and then give your jam a stir as it's cooling, and it normally gets rid of it. Some people will put butter in, I do that with marmalade, but with this, just give it a stir, skim it off, it should be fine. Jars, hot out of the oven, still hot. Everything on here has been boiled and sterilised, so it's all good to go. So now all we need to do is start to put in our jam. Nice and steady. I like to use a funnel. Don't know how many we're going to get out of this, but hopefully we'll get a few. Does smell good. There we go. And then we'll just do a little one. These are the ones I like to take for the guys at work, little samples. There we go, jars are filled. We're just going to put a little bit of parchment on the top of each one, and then we'll put the lids on, and that's it. We're all good, label them up, ready to go. we got, what, 6 jars out of that, out of 1 kilo of strawberries, and it tastes good. So guys, that's it. That's how you make strawberry jam. Please like and subscribe. If there's any comments, please put any comments down. I'll try and get back to you. And if I've done anything wrong and you guys have got an idea on how to improve it, please let me know. Okay, thanks. Bye.